All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Zings, and welcome to the live play-by-play and commentary for UFC 274. Specifically, we're going to be discussing the co-main event between current champ Thug Rose Namajunas and Carla the Cookie Monster Esparza. This is a fight I've been waiting a long time to see. I'm honestly somewhat surprised the UFC made it. I think if they had any other option, I think the UFC would have done it because they've been, I don't know, I think they've just been avoiding trying to put this fight up for a long time. So we're going to see the main card feature fight. Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson just ended. Holy crap. Michael Chandler knocked Tony Ferguson out 17 seconds into the second round. I'm still in shock. I'm a big fan of both Tony and Michael Chandler. Like, I remember watching Michael Chandler debut in Bellator back in the day. And I followed his career the whole time. And to see him finally get to the UFC was amazing. He's had good, what is he now? I think 2-2. But man, he's fought nothing but killers. And for him to knock out Tony Ferguson like that, Tony Ferguson doesn't get knocked out like that. Even Justin Gaethje couldn't do that. That was just amazing. But now we're going to get ready for Rose versus Carla. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the stats here. I'll go ahead and pull them up on Tapology for you all. Let me pull it back up on my screen. All right, so Thug Rose coming in at 11-4. The Cookie Monster coming in at 18-6. Of course, Rose is on a 3-fight win streak over Jessica Andrade, Weili Zhang, and then Zhang again. Knocked out Zhang the first time, came away with a split decision win the second time. Esparza's on a 5-fight win streak over Verna Jandiroba, Alexa Grasso, Michelle Watterson, Marina Rodriguez, and then most recently she fought 11 months ago and just wrecked Yan Xiaonan via second-round TKO. The best Carla has looked in a long time, which really makes you feel good for her coming into this bout. So Esparza's the elder fighter, 34-29 for Thug Rose. Of course, with that age comes experience. Of course, Rose has the height and the reach here. 5'5", 165 centimeters to 5'1", 155 centimeters for Esparza. And then a 65-inch reach, 165 centimeters for Rose to 63 inches, 160 centimeters for Esparza. So I did a full fight preview for this bout. I published it a couple days ago. If you haven't seen it yet, well, don't bother now because it's too close to the fight to finish it. But I went ahead and I picked Rose Namajunas. Granted, I'm not going to lie, though. I'm cheering for Carla. I'm a Carla Esparza fan, do or die. I've never been particularly a Rose fighter. I actually picked Rose to lose to Zhang in the first fight. And then I picked her to win the rematch, which she did. And Esparza, I think I've picked her to win most of her recent fights, except for, I think I picked Grasso to beat her, which Grasso didn't. But I know I picked her against Watterson and Marina Rodriguez. So, and Yan Xiaonan too, because I knew Yan Xiaonan had not truly been tested on the ground yet in the UFC. So Carla Esparza is making her way to the ring now, looking calm. And one thing about Esparza is she says like she is a bundle of nerves during the walkout and during fight announcements. Like she says she does not relax until basically the referee says to start fighting. So everyone always says like, oh, Esparza looks nervous. She looks scared. She always does. That's just how she is when she fights. You know, she admits she's just a nervous wreck right up until the referee says go, and then she just relaxes into the right state for the fight. So Esparza coming out too. I believe this Dropkick Murphy song. So that's a bit of a surprise. Not a song I would have expected Carla to walk out to. I think it's shipping up to Boston actually. But one of the big X factors going into this fight is that this is the first time Rose has faced a wrestling-based fighter, since she faced Esparza the last time, way back in December of 2014 at the Ultimate Fighter 20 finale. So Rose has not faced a wrestling-based fighter since then. Granted, there aren't many wrestling-based fighters in the strawweight division, so that doesn't help things, but it's still it's an interesting point. So here's Carla Esparza, the inaugural UFC and Invicta strawweight champion. Longest active win streak currently in the UFC strawweight division at 5. She has the most takedowns in UFC strawweight history at 42. And listening to the commentary on the Roku, DC just mentioned, I forgot. Yes, she's getting married next week. That, as an Esparza fan, that has me nervous in itself, because how can you both plan a wedding and prepare for a fight at the same time? I mean, granted, most of a wedding is prepared months in advance, like long before she entered fight camp, but still, like I know she went midway through fight camp, went to Vegas for a night for a bachelorette party. Hope she wasn't like drinking too much or anything, but still it's her basically her mind is split right now between getting married in a week and fighting tonight for the title. And that's a lot on your mind. Fighting for the title is one thing. Getting married is another. Getting married a week after fighting for a title, that's a whole other thing. So that's got to be in her mindset. And Rose Namajunas getting ready to walk out now to like some lo-fi elevator music is playing right now. Like, this is seriously like elevator music. What the heck? Did Rose pick this? She's starting her chant already. The I'm the best self-affirmations. Get your drinks ready if you got them. I'm doing a small, like, craft distillery rye whiskey for this one. I actually know not this isn't a brag or anything, but just a fact that I know the people that make this whiskey, and they're really good. They're very passionate about their job, and this is a good whiskey. Ooh, this is a very recent bottling from them, and like I was drinking their stuff back when they were still in the little barrels, like the like 5-gallon barrels, and now they're up to the 50 gallons or 55, I think, and you can tell the difference. Right, Rose getting her final reassurance from Pat Barry. So she is the current UFC strawweight champion. She is tied with most finishes in UFC strawweight history at 5. She has the second most knockdowns in UFC strawweight history at 4. It's not very high, but it is the strawweight division. So we shall see. We got Purple Donatello in the chat. Asks, you really think size will matter in this fight? It could. The height and the reach of Rose, combined with her much better boxing, could really give Esparza problems. Esparza could, really use, Rose could use her striking to keep Esparza on the outside, not even allowing Esparza on the inside. We saw a similar thing happen with Joanna Jędrzejczyk back when she fought Carla Esparza back in March of 2015, and Esparza was able to keep, Jędrzejczyk was able to keep Esparza from really even getting inside on a takedown. Now, granted, Rose is not the same type of striker as Joanna, but that is a template that you can look at and adapt for yourself. So we'll have to see. Donatello says, yikes. So we'll keep that up. So I'm going to tweet the stream out again real quick here. Don't mind while I do that. We're getting the tail of the tape here. But we've already gone over all of these facts. They're showing the height difference of 4 inches and the height or the reach advantage difference of 2 inches. I like the way this animated tail of the tape they use now compared to the old still one. It's fancier. So Bruce Buffer doing the announcements now. It's Cowboy Cerrone and Gina Carano are in a movie together from the Daily Wire. That's pretty cool. From the Daily Wire. That's pretty. All right. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous. So I'm going to be facing this way for most of the fight. It's going to be very hard to stay sitting. Excuse me. Apologies, everyone. But when usually for like big fights like this, I'm like on my feet the whole time watching at home. I'm kind of a weirdo like that. Oh, come on. Don't boo Esparza. Oh, they're booing Esparza. She doesn't deserve that. Oh, that's good. All right, so Esparza got her introduction. Esparza she's in the white outfit tonight. I hope that doesn't turn out bad for her. Of course, Rose in the championship black and gold. Still chanting, I'm the best. Anyone else think that reminds him of Diego Sanchez back when he would walk out shouting, yes, yes. And there's like a really, like there was, oh, it was famous for a while. It's like a really well-known gif of Diego Sanchez as he's walking out and he's just shouting yes as he's doing his walkout. And you see people around him like look at him like, what the heck? And they're like, he'd even put like the voice balloons over them, like in a comic strip, and they were going like, what? And like, WTF, what the heck? Who's in charge for this one? Keith Peterson. So they got the smallest referee they could to keep control of the small ladies. Probably Mark Goddard's going to be the main event guy then. Holy crap, I am nervous. I'm nervous. Esparza still looking nervous. Rose bouncing back and forth on her feet. So both doing what they normally do. Daniel Cormier already simping for Rose. So 20 seconds, not even a single strike thrown yet. Rose circling around the outside. Carla in the center. Rose just circling. See, both are waiting for the other fighter to do something. Rose is waiting for Carla to come forward, and Carla's waiting for Rose to come forward. It looks like Rose is going to win that battle and get Carla to come forward. Okay, so a minute into the fight, not a single strike has landed. So Rose getting closer. She's throwing out the jab more. Carla kind of walking with Rose, working her jab too. Both fighters in the orthodox stance. Both just really testing each other, working the feints, which is a nice way of saying nothing's happening. So Esparza with a Superman punch kind of missed. I mean, not kind of, it definitely missed. Rose taking on a lower stance, which she's waiting for that takedown. And I've seen a lot of fighters do that when they're worried about a takedown. I don't think it works as much when you're tall like that. You should be using your length and reach, not getting down low waiting for the takedown. Because Grasso's done that before. She's like adopted a lower stance, worried about the takedown, and then it throws off her striking. So the crowd is booing now because we're about 2 minutes, 10 seconds in and nothing's happened yet. So we're halfway through the round. And so Carla came forward with a 1-2, and Rose countered. Carla coming forward again with some punches, but Rose ducks them. Rose with a jab. Rose coming forward, another jab that Carla ducks. Oh, there we go. Rose just landed a jab there. No, she landed 2 jabs. So neither fighter still playing the feinting game, still trying the waiting game, really. It's really more of a waiting game. Minute and 30 left to go. Low kick lands for Esparza. Rose comes forward with a jab, but Carla backs away out of it. Ooh, the jab just looked like it landed for Rose. Carla whiffs on a front kick way outside. Less than a minute left to go in this first round where nobody has landed anything of real substance. So Esparza goes forward, lands a right hand. Rose pumps out the jab there. This could end up being a really interesting round, tough round to score because they've each landed three punches, according to DC, reading the stats. 15 seconds left in the first round. Whoever does something in the last 15 seconds is going to win this round. So that's the end of the first round. An absolutely terrible round. They're both getting booed right now. Nothing happened. Like, they're both saying it's bad. And even the commentators are going, who do you give a 10-9 after this? And I'm not sure. I don't know how to score that either. You can't, I don't think you can give a 10-10 round. I mean, I guess 10-9 Rose because Carla is a little bit red. So I'll give that one 10-9 Rose. You see she's a little red on the forehead there. Colin Oyama telling Rose that the crowd's going to get that Rose is going to get a little impatient because the crowd's starting to boo her. Carla's kind of used to getting booed, though, I think. We'll see. All right, getting ready to start round 2. I need a drink. Okay, so Carla throws out a right hand. Rose puts out the jab, but not way outside still. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Because right now, here we are, almost 30 seconds, and nobody's hit anything again. So Carla throws out a right hand again. But she's not setting it up. It's naked. You got to be careful. Rose puts out a jab. It almost hits Rose. Carla throws out a jab. It misses. Just a lot of missing going on. Another jab by Carla that's way outside. Dean Thomas saying, I think everybody in the building lost the first round. I agree. Everybody watching at home lost the first round too. Again, there's nothing really going. Okay, so Rose throws a jab. Carla shoots in on a single. Gets Rose down, but only temporarily. She doesn't fully get her down. But now she's got Rose. She's got Rose thinking about it. They're saying it's big for Rose for defending, but that's big on Carla too because she knows she can do it. All right, both fighters. So Rose doing a little bit of wax on with the lead hand here. Watch those fingers, Keith. This is getting. I don't mind a methodical fight, but there's a difference between being methodical and two fighters who don't want to engage because they both want to wait for the counters. They want to wait for the other fighter to do something to act off of that. There goes a jab from Rose. Ooh, Carla ducked under a jab or a right and gets one of her own. By the way, we got 14 people watching. The chat is open, and please don't forget to hit that like button. This is a minute and 40 left in the second round, and this is, again, going to be another hard round to score unless somebody does something. So Rose just straight up backs away and resets, and the crowd starts booing. I'll tell you one thing. Rose is doing a lot of bouncing on her feet, and I'm wondering if that's going to affect her later in the round because she likes to bounce on her feet. But granted, she's not getting any resistance to it either. So Rose missing on some jabs. Carla, good head movement by Carla so far. Carla comes forward with puts a little double jab, but misses. 50 seconds left. Still anybody's round because ain't shit happening. Carla whiffs on a low kick. 30 seconds left. Carla just lands a low kick. $20 seconds left. Yeah, the crowd's going nuts because she finally landed a low kick. 15 seconds left. Sean Sheehan's an idiot on Twitter. Unequivocally not a 10-10 round. Well, then what do you score it for, Sean Sheehan? Carla throws up a kick right at the end, but it misses, it looks like. Threw up a front kick. Okay, so how do you score that round? You're watching it. You're watching. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to go 10-9 Esparza. I'm going to go 10-9 Esparza based on she almost got her down. I mean, that was the most significant offense in that round. So I got to go 10-9 Esparza. So we'll go either 19-19 or 20-19 Esparza. Because I'm not sure how else to score that. So either it's tied up or Carla Esparza is ahead by a round after 2. I'm just not sure how to score that. I don't know. I don't know. Neither fighter breathing heavy. Namajunas still light on her feet. So let's see what they're going to do for the third round here. Rose going to the body with the jabs now. But I'm not sure they're landing. John Young Ko just got a tweet on the screen. He's a friend of the channel, at JHKMMA on Twitter. He's saying 2019 Esparza, she just did more. Oh, Rose might have just landed a jab there or a hook. More of a hook. Here's the thing. Every time Carla comes forward, Rose is backing away. Now Rose is starting to come forward, but she's not doing anything. All right, she might have just landed a jab there to the forehead. So Carla goes in with a takedown. Rose blocks it, but Carla ends a kick to the body. Rose hits another punch. Rose just trying to keep the distance right now. And there goes Carla with the takedown. Rose right back up. But that's what I'm talking about, Carla. Oh, Rose just hit Carla with a nice jab. She's got Carla right up against the fence now almost. This is bad that I'm getting this excited over a takedown tap. What happened to the feed? Okay. The feed went down for a second. So Carla not officially credited with that takedown, but all right, 2 minutes down in this third round. Right now, it looks like we're going into the championship rounds. 3 minutes to go in this round, though, so who knows, but we'll see. Rose trying to go in, but Carla landed a left hand. Rose landed an uppercut, but Carla got a hook. So Carla trying to get the takedown from the outside, and Rose is having none of it. Rose is backing Carla up with a jab. Carla goes for a low kick, punch, low kick, but misses on the low kick. So Rose is getting more in Esparza's face, but she's not really doing anything. So Rose just tried to go for a power overhand left almost. Rose throwing out a right hand as she switched stances. Now she's back to orthodox again. But Rose is starting to stance switch. She's going to try to start throwing Esparza off, I think. And that's really all she's doing it to do. She's just switching stances to try to throw Esparza off. Because she's only throwing like a combo and then going back to orthodox. Rose tries to throw like an uppercut and slipped, it looks like. Rose or Carla again going for like a Superman punch that was way out of round. Or yeah, way out of range. By the way, thanks to everyone watching. Just a reminder, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. 45 seconds left in the third round. Nobody's doing anything. Crowd's booing again with 30 seconds left because, I mean, even Rogan's acknowledging, like, this is crazy. So Carla went low for a takedown, didn't get it, but landed a right hand to the side of Rose's face. Ten seconds left in the round. Carla coming forward. 5 seconds. Rose tries to throw a right, but it looks like it missed. And the crowd goes boo. How do you score this? Pat Barry telling Rose Namajunas that she's doing it right. Says, you hear that crowd? They're booing? You're doing it right. Okay. I guess if your plan is to put everyone to sleep, then she's doing it right. Trevor Whitman saying, every time she misses, you get on her. Trevor Whitman saying, now we start applying the pressure, you're breaking her, to Rose Namajunas. And they're saying, basically, if she makes a mistake, be on her with feints and punches. I wish we could have gone to Esparza's corner, seen what Carla Esparza had to say. So I don't know how to score that one. I don't. Like, this fight is not as bad as Shevchenko versus Carmouche 2. But it's getting there. It's getting there. So both fighters are getting a little more active, start throwing some more punches. Rose applying some pressure. So Rose going for a takedown, doesn't get it, lands a knee. Rose backs her off with the right hand. Finally, some action there. Carla going for a left hook that misses. Rose is pressuring, but she's not doing anything with the pressure. I'm going to go 10-9 Rose for the third round just because she's the champ. Carla trying to go for another takedown. Doesn't quite get it. She might get it, though. She's got that leg. She gets Rose down. She's on Rose's back. Carla's on Rose's back. She's trying to get the hooks in. She's too high. Rose out the back door. But that is the most action that has happened this entire darn fight. That is a takedown. There's no way they can deny that takedown either. Three minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third round. Looks like Rose landed a jab there. Carla goes up the center with a kick that misses, but okay, so Carla went low for a takedown. Rose shucks her off. Looks like Carla might have landed a hook on the end there. Carla just landed a low kick. Rose trying to feint more. It's 21-18 total strikes for Esparza right now, they're saying. Is what John Anik is saying officially. But don't take live. Theo Thompson saying, come on, Rose, or actually saying, common, Rose. We'll see, man. I don't know. So Rose, Carla comes forward, but eats a couple punches from Rose. And this feed is not doing very well right now. Like the feed itself. It's getting kind of glitchy every once in a while. But minute and 25 seconds left. Carla going for another takedown. Gets Rose to sit down. Grabs her behind the back, and boom, pulls her down. She's got the body lock right now. Rose spins out of it now. Hits Carla with the right hand as she comes up. It was a nice right hand there. I'll give Rose credit for that. That was a nice right hand. But that's got to be at least another takedown for Carla. I mean, not that it's really doing much, but Rose ain't doing much either. A jab lands there for Rose. Rose comes forward with a double jab. Or Carla did, I think. That was Carla came forward with double jab. 23 seconds left in the fourth round of 5. Because this is definitely going to a 5th round. Rose throws out another jab. 10 seconds left. So that's the end of the round. More booing. That's a 10-9 Esparza round. So if we go that Rose got the first and the third round, so that is 20, 19, 10, 10. What is that, 36? I don't know. I'm not good with math in my head right now. So we'll see. But that's definitely an Esparza round. So it's either tied up or Esparza 2-1 with the first round a draw. So we'll see. 5th and final round. Joe asking if we can imagine a scenario where it's possible that Carla win every round. And John Anik said, of course. But DC saying he's lost. He doesn't know who's winning. So 5th round. Final round. So Rose still pressuring, but not. She threw out a right hand, but didn't land, and then just kind of like sits back and admires it. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a hard fight to rewatch again tomorrow for my review, because I've got to do a review on this one. Ooh, Rose just got a nice right hand there on Carla off a counter. Carla going in for a takedown, but Rose shucks it off. Both are starting to throw a little bit more now. Common sense says, let's go Thug Rose. Creative name. Carla looks like she just landed a front kick there. Did that front kick land? Oh, another right hand for Rose. Crowd picks up a little bit. Left hand by Esparza. Looks like Rose landed a counter. Might have. I'm not sure. So I have it either tied up 2-2 or it's Carla Esparza 2-1 with the first round a draw. But we know judges don't want to give 10-10 rounds, so we'll have to, I don't know. But neither of them are really throwing right now. Got 3 minutes to go. Carla just landed a low kick to the lead leg of Rose. No one's really landing anything. They're throwing, but nothing's really landing. I'd say Rose's punches are more convincing when she throws. Wow. Even Daniel Cormier says, I love Rose Namajunas, but he can't defend this. And both fighters have truly put on a dud today. I am what I am says, so sad about Donald. Oh, looked like Rose landed a right. Common sense is what happened with Donald Cerrone. So he got sick and had to drop out. He was supposed to fight Joe Lozon on, I think, the main card. Yeah, Keith Peter, they're saying on a commentary that, you know, Keith Peterson needs to do something and remind them, like, this is a championship fight. And I kind of agree. Rose with the right hand there. Carla ducks down for a takedown. Rose shucks it off. Carla misses on a roundhouse. Low kick lands for Rose. Rose goes high with a kick, but misses. I am what I am says I had to pull out with some sickness. Carla lands a low kick, but Rose lands a double jab. 1:15 left. Rose starting to try to distract Carla right now. I think Rose is winning this round, if I got to be 100% honest. Rose goes high with a kick, but misses. Minute to go out of 5 rounds. So we were 24 minutes in and can't even tell really who won. Ooh, Esparza slipped a little bit on the monster logo, but recovered. Rose didn't really attack. Rose go to the body with a punch. DC thinks Carla's going to try to shoot with 30 seconds left. Rose tried to grab Esparza there. We've got 31 seconds left. And I agree. I think Esparza's going to try to go for a takedown. Rose, or there goes an overhand right that misses by a mile from Esparza. Rose runs away. 20 seconds left in this round. 20 seconds left. Do something, ladies. Final 10 seconds. Rose gets a takedown. Rose gets a takedown. But no, is that going to count? Esparza's back up on 1 foot. All right, at the end. Rose is celebrating. What is she celebrating? What are you celebrating, Rose? You just bored everyone out of your freaking minds. What are either fighter celebrating? Can you tell who won the first round, Rose versus Carla? I have it either 10-9 Rose just because she's a champ, or I have it 10-10. I am what I am says fights have been kind of boring, honestly. The whole night's been boring. This is a big letdown for $75. I'll tell you what. If it's that close, oftentimes it will go to the champ. Yes, that is the biggest worry for me. I'm going to go 10-9 Rose, third round, which if you give the first round to Rose, then it's 48-47 Rose. Or if you go, let me see, if you go 10 plus 9 plus 10 plus 9 plus 10, or it's 48 to what, 49 Esparza? Or it's a 48-48 draw. This could be a draw. Stoic Warrior says, Rose, why are you being mad for why you don't get out of your arse and fight, you fat bald prick? Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. How do you buy the fight? I went on to ESPN Plus. Who won? 48-47 Namajunas. 49-46 Esparza. 48-47. New. New! And new! Esparza wins. Esparza wins. I'm 0 for 4 in my picks tonight, but Esparza wins. Bye-bye, Rose. Justin and Charles fight has no chance of being boring, so there's that. Thank y'all. Thank God. Esparza wins with nothing but weak takedowns that barely land. And the crowd goes boo, but I don't care. I don't care. The Cookie Monster, baby. The Cookie Monster. Joe Rogan saying it's a strange fight. What are your thoughts? Esparza saying she had a takedown. She wanted the takedown, but sometimes the game plans go out the window. By the way, Michael McGlinchey, bye, bro. If you can't be nice, get out of my stream. Don't insult me. Don't insult the other chats. I am what I am, says Rose didn't do enough. It's simple. 49-46, I don't agree with. But 48-47, I can. So, Joe asking if Carla's a surprise that Rose just didn't engage. I am what I am, so she will get a rematch, so it's all good. I don't think so. I don't think so. My friend is asking to pronounce his name Boberbeck. I'm sorry, by the way. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but so Carla gets to get married in a week, and she's the champ. That's pretty cool. As an Esparza fan, I'm happy for her. All right, so that's it. So Esparza wins via split decision. One card 49-46, another 48-47, with a dissenting judge calling it 49-48 for Namajunas. So that's it. That was a terrible fight. I'm not gonna lie. That fight was dog poop. I'm trying not to swear because I want to monetize this later, but Esparza just created UFC history for the longest time between title reigns. 2,612 days. Congrats, champ. Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, and new. Bro, what? She is definitely getting a rematch. It's 1-1, and Rose is a dominant champion. Rematch is inevitable. How is she a dominant champion? How is she a dominant champion? Okay, she finished Yana Jędrzejczyk to win the title the first time. She won a split decision the second time. Or no, she won a unanimous decision the second time. She lost the title for her second defense. Comes back, gets a finish to reclaim the title. Wins a split decision. Yeah, this one was a split decision in her first defense. Second title defense, loses it in a split decision. That is the opposite of dominant. I mean, maybe they'll do. It's hard to justify a third fight right now after what we just saw. It really is. I mean, I know Rose is very popular and a lot of people like her, but it's going to be hard to justify a rematch for that. That fight was dog poo. Common Sense says, that's cool. I was rooting for Rose, but happy for Esparza. Thanks for update. Will subscribe. Well, thank you, Common Sense. Yes, please like and subscribe. So how many people are up for me to keep doing this for the main event? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and close this out in about a minute here. But thank you to everyone who tuned in. We got 35 people watching currently. We're watching WMAC Now. I'm your host, Chuck Stevenson. They're doing an advertisement right now for Shevchenko versus Santos and Jędrzejczyk versus Zahn. Oh my God, that fight's going to be so good. 3 rounds, 5. I don't care. That fight's going to be so good. I cannot wait for that rematch. Especially after this fight we just watched. It's going to be. There's no way Zahn versus Jędrzejczyk is not going to be good. And no matter who wins, they're likely getting the title shot against Esparza. And that's going to. I don't think Esparza is going to hold the title for very long. All right, so that's it for me for tonight. I actually have to get ready to go to bed while the main event plays. I got to work. I got to be at work at 5:30, and it's 12:40 right now. So, everyone have a good night. Again, if you haven't yet, please hit the like, subscribe. WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Hey, thank you to everyone for watching. The fight sucked, but I still had a good time. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.